Yo, what's up with y'all boys and girls, man? Hey, it's Jay Briggs here on Saturday, May 18th with the Pig Dogs Morning Show. Money making Saturday. Full schedule of Major League Baseball, NBA, playoff action. We got one game to cook up a closeout game, game 6. Y'all know who's in that. My team truly. Talk through with the guys, see if they think the Mavs close them out or if the Thunder prevail and force a game 7. NBA playoffs have been really lit recently. We've seen the Pacers force a game 7 yesterday. We got some NHL going on today as well, man. So it is a money making Saturday. Playoffs been turning the NHL as well. My Stars got through last night. We were talking about it before. Yes, sir, Justin. Dallas Stars, man. What a game that was. They tried to cheat us. Couldn't do it, though. We got it done. Shout out to them. Let's keep it rolling, man. Let's keep the momentum rolling forward. Look who's back, man. I ain't seen this dude, man, in like a year. I feel like it's been forever. K Diddy, aka Costi. Where you been at, man?
My weekends are I do a big A to A schedule. I'm like a school teacher. August to April for weekends, and then summertime. Try to have a little bit of balance in my life because 7 days a week, 365 days a year just means the weekend is usually with the wife. But made an appearance today. Love the show. I like the big cast. Lots of really good opinions, lots of really good, dissection of the game. So I'm excited. Glad to be back on the weekend.
Yes, sir. Glad to have you back. Glad to have you back, Tony T.
Yeah, I'm doing great. Come off a 2-2 day yesterday, but got the NBA best bet in. But looking forward to the action today from baseball as well as that NBA game tonight. So pretty good card today.
Really good card today. Let's cook it up. Hot Rod Zawacki. How you doing, sir?
Doing good. Up late watching the Dallas Stars hockey game. Double OT got the job done. By Colorado. Good thing didn't look like a clown. Called it in the video. When you start calling a team, I'm going na 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 na. But then we invented the new dance as well, right? So somebody kept bugging me in the chat saying they needed a new dance for Dallas. We had the Canucks dance, right? So you got the Canucks dance, right? We've done that. So it kind of went making the pizza. But now we're riding the horse into Dallas. Riding the horse into Dallas all the way to the Western Final. Catch it up. I think we gave that out on the drive-through earlier before the playoffs with Tony. Got a nice price on it too. So and our future with the Stars. I said that team's just too deep and looking really good. I think they got a good shot to hoist the cup.
Yeah, I see, man.
So definitely excited. Today's action swept the board in the MLB, so let's get it going today. Excited.
We shall see. The vibes in the city is high right now, man. I ain't gonna lie.
I bet.
The vibes in the city is high, man. We're still on that World Series high. We got two teams looking like they're finna be in the Western Conference Finals in their respective leagues. I'm foreshadowing, but we'll see. We'll talk through it a little bit. Sean, how you doing today, my man?
Not too bad. Had the Stars last night, so that was a nice win. NBA and NHL have been good, but baseball's just been a bit of a grind for me here in the early going this season. Seems like I need to take my own advice on this show every week. We put everyone on winners here, but it's the premium plays haven't been going my way, so we'll look to get that on track here today.
Yes, sir. Let's get back on track. Baseball is a grind. Baseball is a. Ooh, I'm gonna miss the NHL and the NBA here soon.
Yeah.
It's on the horizon, man. It's gonna be here before we know it too. It's gonna be here in the blink of an eye. Jovan, what's happening, my man? How you doing today?
Hey, what's going on? Yeah, baseball is what it is. It was looking like it was gonna be a good day until the late inning action and things went left. But yeah, just big Saturday, looking to bounce back.
Yes, sir. Let's bounce back today on this Saturday. I was 2-1 yesterday. I had the Pacers and I had the Astros as my play of the day. As I said on the morning show yesterday, I know it's funny. I think I'm kidding, but I'm not. When the Astros start cheating, you don't want to start fading. That's not what you want to do. It's Not what you want to do. So I had them as my best play yesterday. The Rockies was my one loss, man. The win streak finally came to an end. Shout out the Rockies, though. They're my boys now. I fuck with them. They'll be all right. Let's talk some baseball, fellas. Let's get it. Let's go ahead and hop right in. Let's make this some money making Saturday. First three up. Let's go with the Yankees and the White Sox, the Pirates and the Cubs, the Cubbies, and the Blue Jays and the Rays. Costi. Right next to you, my man. Lead me off. Lead us off today.
I love it. No opinion in the Yankees White Sox game. I'll never lay 295 with anybody. I definitely won't lay a run and a half at home either. I see this being, a closer game than people think. The White Sox have been playing well of late, but the Yankees are red hot, 8-2. Completely pass on this game altogether. None of my analytics touched this one whatsoever, so no opinion. In the second matchup, the Cubs and the Pirates, my favorite pitcher, which has a potential to get a Cy Young, Imanaga-sama, is on the mound. But
that's why we had him on the show today, isn't it? Just
I couldn't believe it. Didn't even see it's just random.
It's every day you do pop on, he's on the mound.
Always my favorite player in baseball. He's right behind Sale for Cy Young winner or potential candidate. So we'll see how it plays out. I mean, obviously Sale's got better bats behind him, so better chances of him getting it. But don't sleep on my guy, man. The Don Imanaga. I just can't lay 198 at home. If anything, I like the under in that game, under 8.5. The Cubs bats have not been there. They got, they had the up and coming GOAT yesterday. Skeens was just dealing
dominant
all day, man. Absolutely.
I'm on that hype train. I told you yesterday. I'm on that.
Listen, the hype train is real. I mean, he was good in college. He had a good outing in the minors, and now he came up, and that was his first big strikeout. I mean, the first outing was okay, but this one just you really saw his talents. I like the under here. Imanaga's got a below 2 ERA. Even the last outing wasn't terrible, but he was against another really stout pitcher, and they lost the game. But outside of that, the guy's been very consistent. Give me the under in that game. And anytime I have a chance to fade the reverse GOAT, Kevin Gausman, all day, I don't care. And I get Eflin on the mound, getting a plus price, no brainer for me. I'll fade Kevin Gausman all season long. Give me the Rays here.
I get it. Tony T, talk to me.
Yeah, I like the two that I like in this 3-pack here would be the under in the Yankees and the White Sox. Keller's been an under pitcher on the road in his career. White Sox have struggled with the bats on the road, just 207. Yankees just 247 hitting at home. And the other one I like, I'm there with Costi here taking the Rays. The Blue Jays has really struggled in the division hitting the baseball. They're putting it as just 3.6 runs per game at home, and their bullpen ERA approaching 6 at home. Rays have been productive. They've been putting up some runs over the past 7 games, and Gausman has not been good in his divisional games, just 3-9, and also not really good as a home favorite the past 3 seasons. So we'll look at the Rays.
There you go. Hot Rod Zwicky.
Yeah, I got to agree with the Rays as well. The Blue Jays just, what an awful team. I think you just continue fading the Blue Jays until further notice. It just keeps putting money in your pocket because they can't score with runners in scoring position. The bullpen has, I'll give the bullpen a little credit. They've come better than what they've started the season, but this Rays team's starting to turn it on the way we know the Rays can. So give me the Rays on that one. And you know what? We've seen this Cubs team, they just can't score the runs and get the wins. And sure, Managa's up on the block today, and he has been pitching great. But you look his last couple starts, I think he can get. He gave up 7 hits and 7 hits, so he's given up 14 hits in his last 2 starts over 12 innings. He's lucky to only give up 2 runs because he's given up 4 walks in those games as well. So I like the Pirates in this game. Pirates have won the first 2 games of the series. They're 5-2 of the last 7 versus the Cubs, including 2 straight in this series. And Bailey Faulkner just seen the Cubs. Went 6 innings, gave up 5 hits, gave up a couple of runs. I think the payback here. The Pirates get the win again and sweep the series. I like the Pirates here. Shooter going down.
Not a chance.
Going down. How bad?
7 hits, but he had 8 strikeouts. So you got to watch the game itself.
I
He gets out of innings really, really well. He gave up 2 runs to Atlanta.
He got out of the inning, as you said.
Well, no, he didn't even give up any runs to Atlanta. They lost 2-0 when they took him out in that matchup. So
he still gives up the hits and gives up the walks. And all it takes is a bloop and a blast, and next thing you know, you're down 2-0. And then expecting the Cubs to try to get some bats to get you some offense to come back. Don't like it. Give me the Pirates. Sean. As Tony's little thing that says fade the ace, we're gonna fade the ace today.
Yeah, I'm opposite Rod on both of these. Actually, Cubs win today. It just depends whether you have the appetite to lay that kind of price with them off the back-to-back losses. I mean, yesterday they had no chance. They were just mowed down by Skeens. They couldn't contend in that game. But I think the Cubs are still a good team. I think they bounce back here today. They hit better in day games, better at home. I think they have a good showing here today and win that game. If you're not comfortable with that price, you could always lay the 1.5. Although, like Costi said, I don't love doing that with a home team. Basically giving up a half inning there. Other game, I'm opposite Ivan on that one. I like the Jays. We get all the Gosman hate every Saturday here. It seems like he pitches every Saturday. We talk about him every weekend. Last weekend he was horrible against the Twins, but the Jays still won the game 10-8. I think the same thing could happen here. I don't think he'll be horrible, but I think the Jays bats come alive a little bit against Eflin. That Rays bullpen hasn't been that good this year. It's come around a little bit lately, but I still don't trust it. I think we're getting a pretty decent price. The Jays do this every week. They lose Friday night. They come back and win Saturday, and they'll probably lose tomorrow. So we'll go Jays and Cubs in those 2. And no opinion on that Yankees game. That price is just too high for me.
Javon, talk to me.
Yeah, I like the White Sox Yankees under. Full game in first 5. Well, really no. Check the first 5, just full game. You got Luis Hill on the mound. He's been pitching really well, not giving up much of anything. Not to say that he's keeping the walks down because he is one of those wild guys, but he strikes out batters, and once he hands it over to the bullpen, it's closeout time. Basically, the way the Yankees bullpen's been performing. So on the other side you have Mitch Keller. His first start back, it wasn't all that bad. I don't think he gets it completely blown up. So it should keep the runs down on on that side, at least enough to keep this an under game. I actually if anything, I would just lay it on the run line with the Yanks. Really 2.5, minus 2.5. You're probably not going to get down to plus money just laying a regular 1.5. So at least 2.5 with the Yankees if if you want to go that way.
For sure. I'm gonna rock with Costa ain't gonna like me, but I'm a fade in Monaga, man. I kind of was rocking
with you, man.
I was rocking what Rod was saying. I really was. He's not gonna be perfect all season. There's gonna be spots where he's gonna get cranked.
He wasn't perfect last game, and they still lost. You're gonna have that with him, but the guy is elite.
I know, but the way the Cubs swinging at them bats is not looking elite right now. Even if, let's just say, Imanaga does come out here and pitches a gem, they still might lose this game 2-0. Again, like that's where all there's too much value on the Pirates not to at least take a shot, man.
I agree.
It's your argument. It's your argument.
Yeah, no, I took the under. I have no.
No, I know. He's only going to pitch max 7 innings. You know what I mean? These are 2 pretty much 50-50 teams, and we're getting a really good plus money price. I'm not rushing to the window to bet this game, guys. I'm not. But And Bailey Falter is by far not one of my favorite guys to back. But at the value, 1 o'clock start, I think it's worth a couple sprinkles. Take a shot with the Pirates. And y'all know me, man. I don't learn my lesson. I hit my head a lot of times. And I continue to do it. I'm taking Gausman.
I'm gonna spit my coffee out.
I know. I'm taking Gausman today.
There's
man.
going to be a Mitch text in about 10 seconds. Just watch. It's coming.
I know. I'm taking Gausman, man. I was sitting there watching that last game that's against the Twins because my Mavs were on at the same time. I was in Denver. I was at the bar. And I remember I text Costa. I text the group chat. I was like, Gausman is so ass. Oh, my God. He got cranked the other day. And luckily, the Blue Jays came back and won that game. He looked terrible. He looked terrible in that last outing. Bounce
Jays they've won his last 3 starts, and they've all been on Saturdays, I believe. So
exactly.
There you go. Make it 4 in a row.
Bounce back start. He might give up 2-3 runs today, but I think the Jays offensively back him up. Is all I'm saying happening. I'm not an Eflin guy. I think Eflin on the road.
You're not a Rays guy. Come on.
And I'm not a Rays guy. I take the Rays in certain spots at home, but on the road, I'm mainly looking to fade their ass.
They're 500 on the road.
His last 3 starts for Eflin were his worst on the road. Were his worst starts of the season against the Brew Crew, against the White Sox. There's a path here for the Blue Jays. We know Gausman has good stuff at times. Come on, Gausman, please. Lock into that. Lock into that, Gausman. I'm going to take a shot with the Jays. Let's go to the next slide, fellas. We got the Rockies and the Giants, the Mariners and the O's, and the Mets and the Marlins. I'll start. I'm still on the Rockies, man. I can't get off the Rockies, man. They done put too much money in my pocket over the last week to jump off. I know they lost last night. I know that they're probably due for some regression because they was playing out of their minds. I was there for the entire series against Texas in the Rockies. I watched all 3 games, and I was astonished. I said, oh, my God, is this the Rockies or is this a team that was in the playoffs last year? Because that's how well they were playing. The Giants, they're still not a great team to me, bro. They're still 50-50 inconsistent, non-trustworthy team, and I just don't see them, in my mind, being minus 195 favorites. I know they looked good last night. I know they coming off 2 straight wins, one against the Dodgers. They're comfortable at home at the crib, but again, I saw Ty Black in his last outing. He looked really good. It was surprising. He did give up 7 hits, but it's like his team was able to help him get out of that jam. I'm on the Rockies at this price. Fading the Giants. Kyle Harrison, he's solid. He's solid. I'm not trying to say he's ass, and his team has been solid behind him. But I think all the value in that game is on the Rockies, especially with how well they've played this last week or so. I'm also take a shot with Luis Castillo on the road. Taking Castillo and Gausman on the same day is kind of crazy, but I'm gonna do it.
You have lost your mind today.
I know, Costi. I know. But it's a Saturday. Sometimes you got to do it.
The Mavs are on. You're not as focused.
Do you see anybody listed for the O's yet? Does anybody see anybody listed for?
No, there's nobody listed. I don't even know if they're going to play. It's been raining since 8 a.m. It's still raining. It's supposed to rain all day. It's a 4 o'clock game. Unless there's a break, I don't see the game going off. I think it's going to get postponed.
For sure. So I ain't going to go too deep on that one. And then that Mets, Marlins, that's a stay away from me in all honesty. So I lean towards Castillo if they do play that O's Mariners game. And then I really like the Rockies at that plus money price. Hard for me not to stay on. Costi, what you like here, my man?
Yeah, I'm with you on the Rockies. I actually had the Rockies. One of the groups came with 2 out of the 3 San Diego games. We took them plus 200 pricing, and we had them on the run line as well. I'm still on them today. I'm probably not going to be betting this game, but I'm not laying 196 with a team that is, like you said, 50-50, always value to the dog side. It's going to be everybody that's just a square bettor is going to take San Fran on the run line, thinking they can get a reduced price. This is why people absolutely get murdered in baseball, because the -1.5 bet at home is the worst bet in baseball. You could look it up. It's less than 40% if you're doing the run line as a favorite at home seasonally, well, currently seasonally, year to date. So I'm not loving this one, but definitely favor Colorado. And again, if you lose it because you're doing high volume, you're not getting killed. I'd rather be on the wrong side of a +160 than on the right side of a 196 over a sample size of 1,000 games. That's just how it works to constantly churn more volume. So no opinion there. I do see some 125s up for the Mets. Usually that's my stopgap for favorites. I usually don't like taking a favorite over 125. So I like the Mets in this one to get a 125. The Marlins are absolute ass. If I could fade them and get a reduced price on the road like this, I'm in. And I think you're getting that price because of the outcome of yesterday's game. So because they got shellacked, now it's 125. Otherwise, if the Marlins lost, it probably would have been 140, 142. So like that one there. And then you said the third one was the Orioles. Yeah, like I said, it's going to be postponed. I'm not going to give out an opinion without knowing who the pitcher is. I don't want people and our fans to play something when I don't have any analytics behind it. So I'm going to pass on the Seattle-Baltimore one. You're muted, Jay.
Oh, sorry. Tony.
Yeah, I'm showing Dean Kremer. If Kremer pitches, I'd be on the Orioles in that game against Seattle. Mariners just hit 208 in day games, and in the daytime, almost 6 runs per game for Baltimore, where they've won 13 of 19. Their bullpens performed well. I'll look at the under in the Rockies and Giants game. The Giants have been an under team at home this year. Blotch 17-4 to the under in his day games. And the Giants at bats just 222 in the past 7. I'll look under there, and also there with the Mets. I think you're getting Mets at a good price. The Marlins bullpen has not been very good at home this year. ERA over 5. What's the record here? 7-17 at home are this Miami Marlins team. So I'll look at the Mets in that one.
Brad Zawacki.
And for me, I'm going to go the other way than the Mets. Give me the Money Marlins. Starting to play some ball. Look, they haven't given up a run in their last 3 games. Definitely playing lights out defensively, like we know that this Marlins team can at times. And the Mets, well, I don't trust the Mets. 1-7 in game 2, following a loss this season. Game 2 has not been pretty for the Mets all season long. 4-10 in game 2s of the season. I think the Money Marlins get them again in this one. Give me Miami in that one. And I think you got to go right back to the Rockies here. I don't trust the Giants' offense to be able to hit enough to be able to keep up with the Rockies in that one. And there's just too much value to pass up there. Give me the Rockies. I think that Baltimore game does look like it's going to get rained out. I looked at the weather thing. I don't see any little opening to squeeze a 3-hour game in there, even a 2.5-hour game. I think that probably gets postponed, like Aussie says. Raining.
There you go, Sean.
Yeah, I'm with Tony on that Rockies Giants under here today. I like that it's up to, we got it at 8 right now. Giants had the offensive explosion last night. I'm willing to kind of bet against that happening twice in a row, especially at home. They ranked 24th in the majors in home OPS this season. Facing a lefty here today, Ty Black, he's going to regress at some point, but so far this season he's got a FIP under 3. I think he hangs in there, get the lefty matchup. I like the under in that one. Maybe that Baltimore game gets rained out. If it doesn't get rained out, I do like Luis Castillo under 2.5 earned runs allowed in that game. He's off to a fine start, 305 FIP, 112 WHIP so far this season. That Orioles offense has kind of been stuttering a little bit lately. Not so much last night, but I think he has a good showing if we get that if that game gets in, which it doesn't look like it will. So those are my 2 opinions there.
There you go. Javon, talk to me.
Yeah, I'm on the Rockies. Been riding the Rockies. didn't work out so well last night. But, you have a comparable pitching matchup with Ty Black, going, when you're getting plus money, so the one thing about it is, the bullpen kind of regressed last night. So you might want to just chop it in half, take them first five, and but full, I still like them full game. It's just that I saw that they regressed last night. Gave up two in the late, gave up two in back-to-back innings in the late innings. Like I believe like the seventh day, something like that. But anyway, I'm also on the Marlins. Even though Braxton Garrett, he gave up 5 in his first start back, or his first start this year. He's a strikeout pitcher. He struck out 8, and the fact of the matter is the Mets can't hit lefties, really worth a damn. So, I'll take a shot with them. I was on them yesterday, as far as a free pick on my little parlay that I do. So, I wish I had them on the premium side. Let's just say that. But I think that they've been showing a little bit of progression in their baseball play. So, I like them again today.
I'll come back to you, Jovan, for this next slot. We got Nationals, Phillies, Twins, Guardians, Astros, Brewers.
Yeah, I'm rolling with the Washington Nationals. Once again, Christopher Sanchez, he's okay. He's had some decent outings, but with this is basically a value play dealing with Mackenzie Gore. He's basically one of their better pitchers, in that rotation. So when I see a comparable, pitcher matchup, or one where I think that it's a slight advantage to the underdog, given the price, I'm gonna roll with the underdog every day of the week. It's really that simple. So, they didn't come through last night, but I think it's worth a shot in this one. Given the plus 150. And I think that the Twins bounce back with Bailey Ober, going up against Logan Allen. Logan Allen can be had, in this one. And out of and this is just based on the starting pitchers. You deal with the bullpens is something else. Because the Guardians, they do have basically the best bullpen in baseball, but the Minnesota Twins aren't that far behind them. So I expect the Twins to get to Logan Allen, pretty early in this one. So hopefully they can hold a lead.
There you go, Sean.
Yeah, I agree with Jovan on taking a shot with the Nationals here. I like fading Chris Sanchez. Phillies have only won 4 of his last 14 starts. They've actually won his last 2 starts, so I think kind of they're in line here maybe for a setback here with him on the mound. Mackenzie Gore's been good this year, so I think he's worth a shot here at this price today. That Guardians-Twins game, I initially kind of like the under in that one, but dug a little deeper into that, and I just couldn't quite get there at the number. I think both teams do hit lefties better than righties. We've got that lefty-lefty matchup, and Logan Allen just hasn't really been able to put it together this year. So first lean was to the under, but I'm going to stay away there, and no opinion on the other game.
All right.
And for me in this time slot, I don't like the Twins. I like the Twins first 5. I don't want to mess with the bullpens in that game at all. I think Bailey Ober is the better pitcher than Logan Allen, and Logan Allen could definitely be had. I think the Twins jump out early, but their bullpen, I don't know, this Guardians team can definitely come back. They do have the best bullpen, so shut down bullpen late. Give me the Twins first 5 in that one. And I like the over between the Washington Nationals and the Phillies. We've seen Christopher Sanchez pitch earlier this season in versus Washington, and it was a 3-2 final in that one. But the previous game before that was a 12-3 game, and I think he can get had. If you've seen a team pitcher just recently already this season, I think the Nats can get to Sanchez, and we get some runs in that one. I like the over. It's come down to 7.5 too. Give me the over Washington, Philly.
Tony T.
Yeah, I'm with Rod there on the over in the Nationals and Phillies. The Phillies offense here, past 7 games, put up 6 runs a game. In the Nationals, when they face left-handed starters, nearly 5 runs a game. And of course, we know that the bullpen for the Phillies have had issues at home with an ERA over 5, so we'll look for the over there. And I'm going to continue with the divisional unders here with Cleveland. Under here, Minnesota and Cleveland. It's now 44-19 to the under the past 2 seasons here. Cleveland against the division. It's all obviously based on their bullpen and light hitting at times. And right now, the bats, if you look over the past 7 games, Twins 192, Guardians 203. So we'll go under in that game. So those are 2 that I like in that time slot.
Costa.
Yeah, I'm with Tony T on this one. Literally exactly what he said about Washington, Philadelphia. You have 2 pitchers that have decent ERAs, but the bullpen has been atrocious. And that's why when these pitchers pitch, even though they have low ERAs, the teams go over. I like the value of the 150. So if you want to do a correlated parlay, you can. You could take Washington in the over. But I could see this being a high-scoring game. Both these teams could definitely get runs on the board. You get value with Washington and then also sprinkle a little bit, but more leaning toward the over in that one. And then give me Minnesota short favor price. Logan Allen has been atrocious all year, and Cleveland's only hitting 224 against righties. Bailey Ober has been the bright spot in that Twins rotation, and both these teams are pretty evenly matched. You saw the matchup last night. And I just think the better pitcher is going to last longer. I don't think Logan Allen gets past 4 innings, and Bailey Ober can get a good 6 innings in and then put in the bullpen. I think the Twins have a very good shot of winning that one. And then the A's and Kansas City, no opinion on that one. Ross Stripling has been ass, and the A's have free fallen, but they still have 19 wins, and they could definitely pull out a win here. But I'm not laying 174 with Lugo or anyone for that matter. So I'll pass on that game altogether.
I'm going to say the same thing that I continue to say, man. There's a couple teams that I just have a really good feel on. And one of them teams is the sorry-ass Minnesota Twins, okay? When them boys is hot, you just ride them until you can't ride them no more. But when them boys is cold, you just fade their ass till you can't fade them no more. They are the 50-50 Twins. That's the perfect nickname. That nickname might be even more perfect in the House of Disappointment for the Minnesota Timberwolves. When they go on them huge winning streaks, you know there's a losing streak of the same magnitude coming back the other way. It's who they've been. Don't overcomplicate it, and just believe me, and just take the Guardians. Plus, anyway, taking the better team as a home dog is something I love doing anyway. I understand the Bailey Ober numbers. I understand that Logan Allen's ass. Logan Allen's been okay, though. You know, the Guardians have backed him up and won more games than they've lost behind him. I just see this as a spot where if you're trying to play the Twins, you're trying to catch a falling knife. And that's one of the teams that you never try to catch a falling knife with. You just fade them until they wake up. And that's my story. I'm sticking to it. We made so much money last season fading the Twins in these situations, and we're making a pretty penny right now fading them. So they'll be back to 500 here soon. It's going to be hilarious when they get there. The Astros, they're starting to kind of show those signs of being the Astros again. Minus 170 is out of my realm, but for you parlay people out there, you should be just fine putting Astros money line in a parlay today. When they start cheating, they unbeatable. We've seen that story before. If you think Ronel Blanco was the only one in there, you know, with the sticky stuff, you're sadly mistaken. It's the Astros, bro. If it was any other team, I wouldn't have that same statement. But with a team like the Astros that has a history of cheating, you can't put nothing past them. And it just so happens to be that they're on the winning streak right when they get caught for cheating. I'm sorry that I'm not the one that sees it for what it is. They cheating, they winning. I ain't fading them. Put them in a parlay. I'm on the Astros. And I'll fade the Phillies for shits and giggles. It's not a real play for me. I just love fading off Philadelphia. Christopher Sanchez, he's solid. But the way the Nationals be playing, bro, I like them. You know, they're a scrappy bunch. They're one of the most profitable teams in baseball for a reason. I know they haven't been playing that well on this road trip, but I can see this being a sneaky spot for them to get it back together. I'll take a shot with the Phillies. I mean, with the Nationals against the Phillies. Any Astros fans in here mad? No. Nah, for real, they will. They be cheating, bro. They be cheating. Let's keep it rolling. We got the A's and the Royals, the Angels and the Rangers, and the Red Sox and the Cardinals. I'll say it, bro. My Rangers were the 50-50 Rangers, fam. Damn, we're the 50-50 Rangers. And it's sad because we are. But we're still the World Series champs. And we're still playing the trash-ass Angels. I know they beat up on us yesterday. I know we haven't been playing our base baseball recently. I'm still laying the run line with us at home at the crib. I was at Urania's last start in the Rockies. He pitched really well. He only gave up the one bomb. And as somebody who was there, that felt like a Coors Field type of home run. That ball carried and carried and carried. I was like, God damn, is that going to get down? And it just kind of carried over the wall. I was like, ooh, wow. So he looked really good other than that one bomb in that game. I think he'll be just fine here at home at the crib. There's a reason Bochy has trusted him to be, not just an opener, but to go deep in the games here recently. And I love fading Sandoval. Sandoval, now, he's ass. He's ass. And I wouldn't be surprised if this was the spot where the Rangers offense got it together. I would lay a run line there. Stripling is terrible. I don't want to lay that price with the Royals. The Red Sox, they not playing well right now, man. So I kind of been off the Red Sox right now. The Cardinals actually playing well, which makes my stomach hurt. I'll stay away from that one too. If I were to be 1,000% honest with y'all, small lean on the Cardinals as the home dog. I don't think I bet the Cardinals one time this season, and I really don't plan on doing it today. But just looking at all the numbers, looking at how they're playing, looking at how the Red Sox kind of free falling right now, wouldn't be surprised if the Cardinals stacked another win. Cutter Crawford is my guy. And there's a reason he's favored on the road. But I don't know if he stopped the bleeding for the Red Sox right now. It's small lean for me on the Cardinals. Costi.
So we're on you just gave out like 7 games.
I gave out 3 games, brother.
You talked about Stripling.
Yeah, wasn't that in the last segment?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh. We're jumping forward and back and all
Back,
that.
forward.
No, we did the Oakland A's twice. I think we passed the Minnesota game, the Brewer game, right?
No, he gave it. That's the first thing he said.
Yeah.
Jay's working.
Yeah, so
what he's doing, he's working from the bottom of the board up. It's okay. It's okay.
No, I'm not.
Mavericks. All he has on his mind is Mavericks. That's it. Mavericks.
I did Nationals, Phillies, Twins, Guardians, Brewers, Astros was the last segment. That was the last segment. Then this segment was A's, Royals, Angels, Rangers, Red Sox, Cardinals.
I got
y'all messed up the last segment.
I think somebody.
We did not.
Somebody.
I'm on the show, man. I'm the enforcer. I gotta keep you in line, man.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna I'm
I'm
gonna fade Houston all season long. I'm so happy that they suck.
Costi, they hot right now and they cheating.
They're cheating again, Jay.
They cheating. They're cheating. They're not a team you want to fade when they cheat.
You know what I love doing is fading a team on a 6-game winning streak.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite. You know, me and Pathy have the same philosophy. The more they win, the more value you'll get on the other side. And you keep fading them, you're going to get that really juicy price. I'm not rushing to the window to bet this game because I think Verlander is the one bright spot in that rotation. He had a good outing when he just got back. But to get 142 with a really good Brewers team, I got burned with them yesterday. I'm going to go right back to the Brew Crew. So I'll take that plus 142. Now, the Boston-St. Louis game, I had St. Louis yesterday. And Boston has been good on the road this year, but the correction has been there. Now they're only 12-10 on the road. They've been struggling. I do like Cutter Crawford as well, like you, Jay. But I just think St. Louis is playing better right now. I know they're 4-6 in their last 10, but that's because 5 of their losses were in the first part of that last 10, and they're 4 out of 5 in their last 5 games. They're seeing the ball much better. You saw the amount of hits that they put on. I think the Boston's relievers are ass. And to get a dog price at home, even though I'm not a big dog at home bettor, you get better value this season getting dogs on the road. They're hitting at 61%. If you're getting a dog on the road, only at 51% if you're getting a dog at home. But I gonna lean a little bit to St. Louis here. I don't like Boston on the road in this matchup. And then in the last one, no opinion. I hate betting on Texas, and lately I've been hate betting against them. So I don't see an edge with my analytics in this one. So I'm going to pass on that one altogether.
Fair enough. Tony T, talk to me.
Yeah, I'm with Costi on the Brewers here. I think it's a really good price on Milwaukee. You know, the bullpen pitched well last night after Peralta coughed up that 3-run dinger there. The Brewers bullpen has performed well those 23 games on the road, an ERA of 2.71. They won 14 of those games. And also the Brewers, they're hitting the baseball pretty well. Astros at this price range have not been good over the past 2 seasons, just 21-35 when they're lined between even money and 150. You lost 24 units if you played the Astros at that price. So I like the Brewers here. And I'm going to I want to take a shot here with the Angels, but I just can't do it at this price. I'm going to stay away from that game. I need more than plus 120 with the Patrick Sandoval. So I'll just that's the one I like the most of that would be the Brewers in that spot.
Yeah, that's Tony T. I feel that.
You need at least plus 180, plus 190 if you want to bet the Trash Panda. But other than that, no, I guess stay away from that one. I lean to Texas. I think they get to put Sandoval today and crush them. I got to go with Texas there. And the other one, I like St. Louis here. I think they continue to roll along. They've won 4 straight against Boston. I think they continue to roll and get the win in that one. But the one I like the most, I like the Brewers here against the Astros. It's fade the ace day here, and we're going to fade Verlander, the big old ace. It's getting up there. I think this Brewers team, their bats on the road have been lights out, crushing it. And I think they can crush Verlander today. Cheating or not, cheating's not going to get it done. Cheaters never prosper. So give me the Brewers, get the job done in that one. Also, the Astros in game 2s, 3-11 this year. Woohoo! Game 2s haven't treated the Astros very good at all. 3-11? Yuck. Brewers at that big plus money. Too much value to pass up there.
Sean.
Yeah, I'd like to take the Rangers here, but I don't know. I think the under might be the better play, actually. You mentioned Urena. We talked about him last Sunday. I was on the Rockies in that game, but he did pitch well. He's been all right in his two outings here. And Texas, the last 7 days, 23rd in the majors in OPS. They're just not hitting right now. You got to think they got to get this one after dropping the first 2 earlier this week in that series. They don't want to drop the first 2 here against the Angels, but their numbers against Sandoval are just awful. So current Rangers hitters are 8 hits and 61 at bats against Sandoval, which makes no sense. But a couple of these guys, Corey Seager's 2 for 16 off of them. It's just some ugly numbers there. So I think I'll lean to the under in that game. And first thought in that Cardinals-Red Sox game was to lean under as well, just because those that we saw a high-scoring game last night between those two. I don't trust either of those offenses, but I will say the Cardinals have been hitting well lately, so I think I'll end up staying away from that one. What was the third game in this group? Oh, the Astros and Brewers. Yeah. Same. I like the price with the Brewers here, but I just don't want to go against Verlander. Costi said he's the best thing the Astros have going for them on the mound right now, and I don't think I want to go against him here tonight.
Sean, you always got that one stat every show that me and you do. I'm like, damn, that's a hell of a stat.
What's that? The Sandoval numbers? Yeah, those
Yeah,
are.
the Rangers numbers against Sandoval.
You would never think that, and that's just all current Rangers hitters. So, yeah, the only guy that's had any success is Marcus Semien. He's 3 for 10. He's got a couple extra base hits. So, other than that, it's ugly.
Sean, he hit me at least one a week.
So what you're saying is Sandoval owns them. That's what.
Well, it's a pretty small sample size, really, when you consider it. But like 61 at bats isn't crazy, but 131 batting average is a bit much. And I like fading Sandoval, but I mean he's got weird numbers this year.
And Semien for a home run.
Sandoval's eating his breakfast right now, just smiling, getting ready to pitch against the Rangers.
Like Sandoval with a 270
bacon, egg, and cheese.
277 FIP, but he's got the whip of 1.53. Like he's a weird pitcher, weird guy.
Yes, sir. Javon, what you liking here, my man?
Yeah, I'm on the Angels. Last 6 Texas Rangers 1-5. Got Jose Reno on the mound. He's always a good pitcher to fade. I know he had a good start last game. What was that? His first or second game back? But regardless,
game back, first game starting.
Yeah, first game starting. Yeah, doesn't really matter to me. He's one of those pitchers that I like to fade, and I'm gonna fade him in this spot. Angels have been batting, better than what people realize. I watched one game when they laid the wood to the Royals, and I was like, wow, this is this is the Angels. But I don't bet the Angels because I'm a bet against. I bet against that team. That's really how my brain's wired when it comes to that team. So, it's one of those things where, and Tony, he said it right. It's like you gotta have like a certain, certain price point to hit the stomach betting the Angels. And I fell for that yesterday, and they came through. So I'm gonna vote with them in this one.
There you go. Like I said, the first thing I said about my Rangers at my mouth, the 50-50 Rangers, because that's what they are. They make me mad. Still the World Series champs, though. All right. We got Padres, Braves, Tigers, Diamondbacks, Reds, Dodgers. You got any disagreements with the final 3, Costi?
We're on the final 3, Jay. You're doing a great job. You're doing a great job.
Any thoughts here on these 3, my man?
I want to take Darvish on the road. The guy's been lights out all year, 5-0, but there's always going to be a regression. He's not going to win every game. I just feel like this is a public trap today where everybody's going to see that and they're going to jump all over it. I'm going to go to the under here, under 8.5. I know Elder's been hit a bunch this year. He doesn't have the great stuff like the other guys in that rotation, but Atlanta's bats have been kind of quiet over the last 10, 15 games, and they're very inconsistent there as well. I think Darvish will have a good game. I could see Atlanta squeaking this one out instead of taking a side here. I'll happily take under 8.5 runs here and see what could happen. I think it's a good price because with Darvish on the mound, usually it's 7.5, maybe 8. The fact that you can get under 8.5 and a game could land on 8, you're still getting a win versus a push. It's good value with him on the mound. So with the lack of Atlanta bats and Darvish on the mound and an okay relieving staff by both teams, I'll take under 8.5 here. Then I don't have an opinion in Detroit, Arizona. I'm not laying 146 with Gallon or the Diamondbacks.
Gallon at home?
Serpientes.
Los Serpientes at home? Gallon?
Snakes. I know. It's too high of a price for me. I'm a volume better. I'll probably have 9, 10, 11 games today.
I thought minus 150 was your cap. Or
I said 125. 125.
No, 150 is my cap.
Okay.
Yeah, you're on the wrong cap, Jay. You're on the wrong cap. No cap, right? So I'm going to pass on that one altogether. And my favorite fade of the day, give me the Reds here, plus 180. Walker Buehler, I get it. He's a stud, just not this year. The guy's been getting rocked all year. And Cincinnati quietly, they can get it done. I mean, you saw with dog pricing, this team, as bad as they are, certain nights can come through getting a plus 180. Not going to die to bet this game, but in no way, shape, or form will I lay 250 with Walker Buehler or even a team altogether. So kiss my Ashcraft. I'll take it. Give me plus 180 there.
Graham, kiss my Ashcraft. Tony T.
Yeah, the Reds found some offense on this road trip. I know it's a long road trip. It's a 10-game road trip for this Reds team, but somehow, some way, they've actually found something at the plate here. They're pricing this total with Buehler like it was 2021 all over again. It's not. It's 2024. He went through Tommy John, and I got to go over 8 in this game. It's funny when you look at the Dodger games this year, when they've been totaled 7 to 8.5, it's gone over 14 to 16 times. Their bullpen's not that sharp at home, an ERA near 4 for this LA team. And LA, we know their offense, and they're hitting 270 against right-handers, putting up nearly 6 runs a game, going over 18 of 30. So I'll look to the over in that game. And the prior 2 games, Detroit and Arizona, and the Padres Braves there. I don't have a strong opinion of those 2 games. We know that the Braves have been trending under quite a bit here of late because of their hitting. One thing about this Padres team is they really hit the ball well on the road. And of course that Rocky game, it's I've seen so many times with this Padres team is after they beat the Dodgers in a series, they let down. And that was pretty much a letdown series when they faced the Rockies. So we're going to see the Padres snap out of that slump they've had. And I just can't fade Gallen at home, even though I like the Detroit bullpen. But that one I'm going to stay away from. But the Dodgers over is the one I like in these 3 games.
Yeah, it's a wacky.
And for me, I got to agree with Tony. The over in the Reds and Dodgers is the way to go. We've seen that the Reds have definitely can put some runs, and I think they can get to Buehler for sure. He's definitely not the ace going today for the Dodgers, and the Reds can get to him. So kind of lean. I would take a shot. As you see, Sean's wearing the hat, so I think you got to go with the Reds. There's too much value to not take the Reds here. Buehler hasn't been good, and we know the Dodgers bullpen can be had as well. So I like the over as the play. Lean to the Reds in that one, and I like the Padres here. I know the Padres. We seen them; they got swept by the Rockies. You know what? I think they were looking forward to this series to come into Atlanta and play these Braves. They came to play last night, and this Padres on the road hitting, man, they're bashing close to 300 on the road and going against this Braves team. But the Braves in game 2 of the series, most of the time they're usually following up game 1 with a win. Well, after a loss in game 1, they're 1-2. So give me the Padres in that one to win game 2.
Sean.
Yeah, I like the Padres here, and I like the under in that game as well. The Braves are on a 10-game under streak, which you would never expect from a team with an offense that good. And Jay, you'll like this stat. So Yu Darvish against current Braves hitters are 15 for 92 off of them with 35 Ks, only 6 walks. They're hitting 163 off of them. So, they've got 1 home run between that. We've got that loaded lineup, and that whole group has 1 home run off Yu Darvish. So I think the under is probably a slightly stronger play. Like Costi was saying, I like that 8.5 in that spot. But I think the Padres are also worth a shot there. And I'll agree with the crowd here on the Reds as well. I think last night the books kind of gave out the rare free space with the Dodgers. I really liked the Dodgers last night with Paxton going. But here today, I don't know, Walker Buehler. Yeah, can't seem to work deep into games. He's getting hit hard. Ashcraft's not great, but I think in this spot you got to take the shot with the Reds at that price.
There you go. Hell of a stat. Javon, talk to me.
Yeah, I'm on the Tigers, Diamondbacks under first 5 innings. Both of these pitchers have been strong. Swing and miss stuff. That's what I like when I like dealing with first 5 unders. And as opposed to yesterday when the Tigers let loose, I don't think they let loose against Zach Gallen. I don't think he gives them a sniff. So I'll take the under first 5 innings in that. And I'm on the Padres as well. Bryce Elder, he's just, one of those pitchers where if you're going against him, they're usually, saying in a good space. So with the way that, or at least coming off that losing streak that they had, got themselves a win last night. The Padres did, and I think they're in position to get another one. The Braves batting lineup, they've been putting up runs, but they're not looking the same way as they were from the beginning of the season back in April. So I think they could be had in this spot.
There you go. I'm short, sweet, simple for me. I pretty much agree with everybody in this slide. I like the Padres for the value in that spot with Darvish, and I think Sean put the cherry on top with the stat he gave. I like the under in that game. I like the Diamondbacks with Gallen. Yeah, I've been critical of Gallen this season on the road, though. I've been critical of Gallen on the road. At home, I can trust him. I would probably go under there as well. Jovan gave some great information. Flaherty, his numbers aren't great, but I don't think he's been as bad as the numbers may say he's been. So maybe a little sneaky spot for under there. And I'm on the Reds too. Fading Walker Buehler's ass. I'll take a shot with Graham. Kiss my Ashcraft. That'll close out baseball for today. Jovan, lead us off in telling us what you got for sale today over at Pick Dog.
Right now I have a few single plays going up on the board right now. I have enough for a baseball 3-pack, so I'm gonna put that together, once this is all said and done. So right after the show, expect a 3-pack from me. I also have a side in the total of Game 6 of the Thunder and Dallas Mavericks game.
There you go. Hop on with Jovan over at Pick Dogs Premium. Sean, you selling today, my man?
Yeah, so I got a player I really like in the NBA game here tonight on the total in that one, and I also have a play on the Oilers Canucks Game 6 matchup in the NHL. MLB right now, just one play up there. I have a couple others loaded for subscribers, but just one premium right now. I might end up adding one or two as well.
There you go. Hop on with Sean Murphy over at Big Dogs Premium. Hot Rod Zawacki, what you selling today?
Muted.
Got solo play on my NBA blank check. Been hot 49-39 the last 90 days in the NBA. So scoop that up singly. Or I've got a MLB Birdcage. Swept the board in the MLB yesterday. 10-7 the last 17. Got a nice 3-pack in the MLB. Or you can get all those plays together in my Satisfaction Saturday 5-pack, where you'll get all 3 of the MLB, plus the NBA, plus my NHL sharpshooter play. You can scoop it up as well. Grab that 5-pack. Let's have another big win-in day here this Saturday. Don't forget to use that promo code PICK. Check out as well. Board crushing the ones.
Hop on with Zawacki at Pick Dogs Premium. Tony T, talk to me.
Yeah, I got a best bet on board right now from the NBA. Also, a 3-pack from Major League Baseball. So get on board with those. I've been doing well in baseball this year. Also, those long-term passes are your best value on a weekend, a 3-day pass. I know you guys like that. Saturday, Sunday, and Monday will be action-packed here with the baseball NBA as well. And of course, that promo code PICK at checkout will save you 15%.
There you go. Hop on with Tony T. Costi, tell us about everything and all the services you deal with.
Yeah, if anybody's interested in a mentorship program where not only do we give you the plays with a unit structure, everything is value. With sharp trading, you get access to directly to betting groups that are valuing each game at a different denomination, and it's a lot more coaching and money management every day, as well as explaining to you how to find positive EV out of the games and out of the board and what to look for. One-on-one consultations with us. So if you want to shoot me a text and learn more about it, 775-636-7674.
There you go. All right, NBA player of the day for sale, but we can talk about it right now. Y'all know where I'm at. Everybody know where I'm at. Let's do it. I got my Mavs laying at 3.5 tonight.
That was quick.
We closing these boys out, man. Adios, amigos, man. See y'all later, Thunder Buddies. I love y'all. Y'all know I love the Thunder Buddies to death. But I've been consistent as a whistle. I've said Mavs in 6 the entire series through. I've said I think the Mavs are the better basketball team. I think they're the better defensive team. I think they're more physical. I think they have the better first option in Luka Doncic. I think they have the better second option in Kyrie Irving. I think they're the more experienced basketball team. All that said, I think they close them out tonight. Shout out to Thunder. Hell of a season. They'll be back. But it's been my same thing I've been consistent with saying. You have to learn to win in this league. Everybody has. The all-time greats all had to learn to win. This is the Thunder's first learning experience. And I need some of y'all to chill on that. The Thunder learning experience, younger team. No, they're not. They're not really. I think many people forget that Luka's younger than SGA. Lively's younger than Holmgren. The Mavs nuclear core is really young. Watch out for us, man. I'm on this tonight. Short, sweet, simple. I ain't here to talk your ear off. Costi.
So here, this is the game script. And this is how I see it going. The Mavs lost the last time at home, but they had a combined 27 points with Luka and Kyrie. Do you expect that to happen in a closeout game? No, that's not going to happen again. Luka was banged up earlier in the series, a lot more than he's banged up now. I think now he's got a little bit more recovery. You saw last game, he was a lot more aggressive. And the Thunder buddies, look, they came in there, they won by 4, but they were down most of that game. So I just don't see it. I'm leaning toward the Mavs in this one. They don't want to take it back to Oklahoma City for a game 7. That's the last thing that they want to do. So they have to close them out here. 4 is not going to matter. If you pick the winner, the 4 is not going to matter here. I think Chet Holmgren is outmatched here. I think that the bigs with Gafford and Lively have been definitely making a presence on these O boards, man. And Kyrie really you haven't really seen him play his best game in the last couple games. He's kind of been quiet. You've had a lot of guys like PJ Washington stepping up and the shooters from the outside. And then you have guys like last game that Jones came through and out of nowhere has an incredible outing. Luka's going to get his. I think this is, like you said, Jay, it's a learning experience. Luka had this learning experience, started with the bubble, and now he's grown, and I think he knows this is where he needs to elevate his game. Take nothing away from SGA, from Williams. I mean, their core is really, really good. I just think this is the Mavs' time, and they're not going to send it back to a game 7 at Oklahoma City, which they could absolutely lose. So this is a closeout game, and you know how Kyrie plays in closeout games. We've seen it back in the Cavs days. So I think this is going to be pretty easy for the Mavs to win, and I'd be shocked personally if the Thunder pull this one out.
Tony T.
The one question mark in this game is how will the Thunder react facing elimination for the first time? That's the one question mark. And what more do they have in the tank? What do they have that extra gear that we see teams do have when they face elimination? And I think that's a question mark here. And if I'm getting more than one possession, I'm going to take it with the Thunder. They play great defense in the playoffs, holding teams to 42%. And when you factor in the Pelicans series and the four road playoff games, holding teams to 96 points per 100 possessions. Listen, man, the Mavericks lost 2 playoff games at home. That's a fact. And I'll look here at taking the points here with the Thunder.
For argument. All right.
And for me, this one, I like the under. We've seen the under come in the last 3 head-to-head between these two. It's kind of in the first 200 wins type game. Both teams can play some defense, and I think that's what you get here again. So give me the under 9.5. And I also like Luka, man on a mission. I think he's feeling better than what he did at the start of the series. And I think this is one of those games he steps out at home and go stupid, dummy, crazy, as Jay would say. I'm going to take Luka for a triple-double at plus 255. I think this is the game that he steps up and shows that, hey, I'm feeling way better, and carries the team on his back, and they get the win. I like the under, and Luka, triple-double.
I want to play that triple-double from Luka. I wouldn't be surprised if it happened, but I just, in my gut rod, I think this is the Kyrie game. I do. I think this is the Kyrie game.
I like Kyrie next series. I think in the conference final, I think that's where we see him step it up a little more. than what we've seen. I think he's keeping a little bit in reserve for that Western Conference Final.
Okay. Fair. Sean, what you like to hear, my man?
Yeah, I do think the Mavs close it out tonight, but I don't know. I've got a strange feeling here that it's going to be one of these games that goes down to one possession. I think the Thunder end up sneaking inside the number here. I'm kind of surprised we're not seeing a 4 or 4.5 in this game, so it's at 3.5. I don't have any bright stats to back it up, but we've seen 6 straight games now between these two teams where, going back to the last meeting in the regular season, where the winner has also covered the spread. That's the longest streak we've seen in this series since 2018 to 2021, when there was 10 straight up winners covering the spread. So I just think generally it's a close series. It's a close matchup. Something just tells me that it's like a 3-point Mavs win or a 2-point Mavs win. I do think the Mavs win, but it might be one of these Ruffalo games where you go Mavs money line and Thunder spread. Just a gut feeling.
Fair enough. Jovan, talk to me. We attacking the first quarter?
Yes, we are. We're gonna look at the under. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. 4 out of 5 games in this series have stayed under the total in the first quarter, so we gotta keep on rolling with it.
There you go. I ain't gonna lie. I was looking if I don't know if I have the stomach to do it. Probably, y'all know me. I'm a fan of the Mavs, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Thunder punched us in the mouth in the first quarter, because they have to. I wouldn't be surprised if the Thunder had the lead after the first quarter. The Mavs, I feel like, have thoroughly controlled the last 2 games from start to finish, except for the fourth quarter of game 4. They let it get away. They missed their free throws. Thunder made theirs. Other than that, they thoroughly controlled the last 2. So if the Thunder are going to make this a game, they got to hit us in the mouth first, so they might get controlled throughout again. So I kind of lean Thunder first quarter. That's about it. And then, of course, I think the Mavs reel them in, close them out. That's how I see it, fellas. That's how I see it. So I see it, man. I can't wait for this game. I might go. I don't know yet. Don't nobody want to go with me. Everybody busy today, so I might be in the building alone. That's fine. I'll be there with my other 60,000 MFFLs as we close out other buddies. We'll see. Let's talk some hockey. Some NHL action. We got them Canucks and them Oilers. Oilers minus 195. My argument in this series has not been that the Oilers are ass. That's not been my argument in the series. My argument in this series is, bro, like, you cannot price the Canucks like this. Like, the Canucks cannot be priced like this and me not want to take a shot. Would I be surprised if the Oilers sent this thing 7? Of course not. But you're giving me damn near 2-1 on who I think is the better team? I got to be there. That's been my story in this series. I'm sticking to it. Again, I would not be surprised at all if the Oilers forced game 7 in this series, but I'm on the Canucks at the plus money. It's just my type of play. Any hockey for you, Costi? I already know. Tony T, any hockey for you?
Well, in this hockey, Vancouver and Edmonton, I would look over.
Go. So, Wacky, it's your team. Are they forcing game 7 or are they going home, man?
Well, I'm going to stick with what I said in the video. It's this Vancouver team has found something. They just find the depth. They have a little bit more depth. They seem to be hitting a lot harder than what the Oilers have been hitting. And I know that the Oilers are probably going to put Carrick in the lineup. Big Carrick, he's going to try to hit some guys today. The Oilers are going to put it all out on the table. But as we've seen many a times, we've seen a zigzag in this series. Canucks won first, then the Oilers, then the Canucks, then the Oilers, then the Canucks. And now we're in game 6. It's supposedly the way it should go is the Oilers. My heart just says they're done. I don't know. I just don't. I should have seen a better effort from what I seen in game 6, and it scares me that Bouchard just looks awful. It looks like he's going to be the turnover machine. That I wish they could step up, but I can't do it. There's just too much value. They just keep disrespecting the Canucks. Why are the Oilers minus 190? Canucks have been right there. This should be a coin flip price. Too much value to not do the Canucks dance. Canucks dance. Canucks dance. Bye, Oilers. Good season. Have a good one.
You're
Damn,
muted.
I didn't hear me. I said, "Damn, sorry, Rod." That was sad, but
It is. It's sad, but it is what it is. I just don't. You got two guys that are going to give their A effort, but this Canucks team also going to bring their A effort. They don't want to go back home and play Game 7.
yes, sir. Sean, talk to me. What you like here?
I had a big play on the over in the last game, and that was just, get off. It couldn't have got off to a better start. It was 2-2. I think it was 2-2 5 minutes into the second period, and then it just went nothing from there. So, but if they're going to give me a 6 again here, I think you go over. I'm with Tony on this one. I like the over. I think the Oilers throw everything they have, obviously, at the Canucks in this spot where it's a must-win. There's all kinds of trends supporting the over on the Canucks side, surprisingly, more so than the Oilers side. But I'll go over the total at that 6.
Also factor in a closeout game with the empty net early.
And this year we've been doing it at like 2 minutes. 2 minutes, over 2 minutes left has been the new trend to go with the empty netter. If you're down 2, it's been like 3 minutes. It's been craziness. The empty net pulling early this year.
Javon, any hockey for you?
None at all.
There we go. Any other words or anything else on you fellas' mind before we get out of here? I know there's some boxing tonight. Any boxing info? Any props? Any fuck the Mavs? Anything?
I got a trifecta. We got it's the Preakness today, right?
Yep.
Little Preakness horse race.
A lot of rain.
So
They'll be running.
a lot of rain. It's gonna be mucky, right? So you got to take some long shots. I'm gonna go with 5, 6, 8, 9 in the Preakness, but exactor and try on those with some nice plus prices. I think we get a big price. I think you got to fade Dan the man. He just won the Kentucky Derby, and Mystic Dan, I don't think gets it done here in this one. I think you got to fade Mystic Dan and take some bombers in this Preakness, because I think that's what we get here in this one.
I'm trying to pull up my odds. I already bet Fury. I just got to see what I bet it at. Trying to pull it up. Anybody else betting Fury today? No.
Mm-mm.
Nope. Can't find my bet, man. God damn, where'd it go? I'll tweet it out to y'all in a little bit. I know I bet Fury. I just gotta go find it. I bet it like a while back, so. I think last time I checked, he was like minus 125 though. Yeah, but I'm on Fury. I know Usyk is nice, but I'm on Fury, and I don't really got enough. I don't really have like a real reason. I just think Fury's a better boxer. I know that's terrible boxing analysis. I'm usually pretty good with my boxing analysis. I've been pretty money in boxing recently. I'm just rocking with Fury. You know what I mean? It's going to be a good fight, hell of a fight. I'll be tuned in. I like the Fury, though. All right, well, that'll close out today's show. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back.
Parlays?
Same time, same program. Oh, yeah, let's do parlays. Oof. Kill me if I forgot.
Oh, yeah, the chat was already.
Yeah, they was
The WNBA 4 games. There's 4 games WNBA today. I don't have
What
them.
about the UFL? You guys don't do that?
Need Al.
Big Al is all over UFL.
I'll take the plus 18 with the Sparks.
Fade the Aces again.
Fade the Aces.
Parlay them with the Roughnecks plus 17.
And New York and Indy again. This will be the third game this week for those two teams. That's a lot of hoops for these guys. I like the under. Give me the under 168.5. I think that game slows right down the WNBA. 3 games in a week. for WNBA.
Yeah, that's a lot.
They be
That's a
calling
lot.
me a homer anyway, so give me
You
the
like your wings?
Give me the wing.
You're not gonna call them chicken wings.
They just beat Chicago the other day at home by a comfortable margin. Wouldn't be surprised they did it again.
Why the wings? Is it a corporate thing with the airline stadium?
But it's like they're like unicorn, but they don't want to do unicorn.
Mhm.
So like to kind of keep it like in the theme. You know what I mean? So it's like instead
It
of
kind of
saying-
matches their symbol. They put the unicorn
they
with the
went
wings, so they got wings.
Yeah. All right, parlay. What you like, Costi?
I'm gonna do Dallas Mavericks with the Houston Roughnecks plus 17 UFL, and then throw that in with we'll do one of each. I love it. Fade Kevin Gausman. Tampa Bay. Tampa Roughnecks Mavericks.
There you go. Tony T, what you got for us today?
I got the Brewers with the Dodgers Reds over and the Nationals Phillies over.
Wacky.
For me, we'll do a couple. We're gonna go with the Brewers, the Cardinals, and the Padres. A little 3-teamer there, and then WNBA. We got to go with the under in the Indy, New York Liberty. Take the Sparks plus the 18, and take Jay's Wings. Throw them in there. I think they easily cruise past the sky in that one.
There you go. Sean, talk to me.
Yeah, it's a Jays Saturday. I'll go Jays, Cubs, and we'll throw in. If you want to keep it to afternoon, just go Jays, Cubs. But if you want to throw in a night game, I like the Angels, Rangers under.
There you go. Javon, talk to me.
Rockies, Marlins, Nationals.
Dogs barking. I'll go with the cheaters, the Houston Astros. I'll go with the Dallas Mavericks laying the points. And I'll go with Los Serpientes, the Arizona Diamondbacks, 3-teamer. That's been the show, fellas and ladies. We appreciate each and every one of you that continue to tune in and watch this video. Remember, our best bets are at Pick Dogs Premium. Scoop them up, pair us up, do whatever you want to do it. We'll be back same time tomorrow. Same program, same schedule, just about. We got a game 7 tomorrow, though, so we'll be pumped up talking about that.
2 game 7.
Is it 2 tomorrow?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
Double game 7.
Double
game 7.
It is 2:30 and 7 o'clock. I thought one of them was gonna be on Monday. Woo! Gonna be a good day tomorrow. Appreciate all y'all, man. See y'all then. It's been your guys from Pig Dogs. We out here. Peace.